Excellent. Well, hey, good morning, Laura. How you doing?
Good morning, Colin. Fine.
You're what?
I'm fine.
You're fine. Okay. There's a long ride to find right there.
I don't know. I'm all right. How are you?
I'm well. I wasn't speaking directly into my microphone, so that's cool. Now I'm speaking directly into my microphone.
I can hear you much better now.
Yeah, wow. What a tremendous difference talking into the microphone makes. Oh, goodness me. Okay, well, yeah, it is, due to time constraints, we're doing one hell of a thing this morning. It is bright and early as you head to work, and we're going to catch another bit on the way back. You sound a lot more awake than I am, which is embarrassing because, I mean, I'm usually up this early for work 5 days a week anyway.
Yeah, I mean, I also woke up like an hour and a half ago.
Oh, so you've been at it.
My alarm went off at 6:05, and then I snoozed it because I was going to try to go do my exercise bike. Mm-hmm. And then I don't know if I could tell you exactly what happened, but the answer was not exercise bike. But I did do yoga, which was fun.
Okay, well, that's good. That's a good start. Yeah, yoga's been one of my go-tos. I need to either wake up or stretch or get to sleep or relax things on the Apple Fitness lately. Yeah. So I'm probably going to do some of that this morning. But yeah, for now I am just trying to remember all the things I had in my head that I wanted to tell you about.
Yeah, I know.
I'm too tired.
Several. I had a couple things where I was like, oh, I'll tell him on Sunday, and
wow.
Yeah, I don't know.
Oh, I got one. All right, ready for this? Spicy. Right. Gonna warm your morning right up. I'm assuming it's cold in New Jersey as well as it's cold in New York.
It is probably not quite as cold up where you are, but
yeah, it's 55 for me, so that's
we're at 52. Haha, I win or something.
Get fucked, New Jersey. No. So last time we spoke, we had a conversation about my never-ending anxiety around the fact that whenever I have things in the works, they all sort of come to a head at the same time, right?
Yes.
And I was like, oh, I got all these job things in the air that could come to a head at the same time. I was right and I was wrong. Let's listen to this.
Okay.
All right. So I was wrong in that literally during our last call, I got an email saying I didn't get the TV job.
Okay.
Like while we were talking about it, they're like, no. They said it was not because I was unqualified. They said I was plenty qualified, but I was definitely not in Los Angeles, and that was a sticking point.
Yeah.
Which is very understandable. So I'm moving to Los Angeles. No, I'm not. So the other job that was up in the air was doing some work for the greatest generation folks over at Maximum Fun, applying for that. Essentially, I am involved in talks with them. And I'm not going to go into any details for fear of not knowing what I can and cannot say.
Sure.
But essentially they were like, we're going to like try to work out some stuff with you for the month of September. And I was like, all right, sweet. Well, at least my fear of everything coming to a head at the same time is gone. There were some, I think, complications on their end, mostly to do with Star Trek announcing a bunch of shit all at once. They did a ton of stuff, so things got pushed back a little bit. And so in the meantime, I was like, all right, cool, I'll just go about my life. Rebecca and I are planning on moving. We were planning to move in the start of the pandemic, and we found these townhomes that we really like. And then we were looking in March of 2020, so that went about as well as you expect. But we're finally looking to pull the trigger. Move-in date, our lease here ends in October. That begins November 1st. And I'm like, sweet, cool, got everything lined up. Got a message from Greatest Gen folks. We're going to do this stuff finally. Here are all the details that you need. Let's work stuff out. End of October, beginning of November.
Of course.
just of course. Of course. That's how it works out. So I'm very excited for both of those things. I believe I have structured things such that they will not interfere, much like my trip to visit you did not interfere with my production stuff. With like, you know, my TV show and my podcast. I just got to get ahead of it. And I think I did. Yeah. But then also I think I'll be working on it around the time I wanted to go see Dune in theaters. So I just got to juggle my responsibilities, you know, just very important things like that.
Yeah, the Dune, the work, your game.
Yeah, you know, the thing that I pay to go do and doesn't enrich my life beyond entertainment, like just as important as livelihood, for sure.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah. Yeah.
I feel like I have been less excited about this because I feel like I wasn't sure. So what exactly are you doing with them? Is it like a trial period where they're going to be working with several people to see who fits best? Or you can't say because you don't like?
I don't know, and I don't, like, what I can say. I mean, like, legally I can say whatever I want, but they have not, like, discussed this publicly. So
Right.
at least on a recorded medium, I don't want to go into the details. Not that they will. Here's the thing. I don't think that enough people listen to this show to create a stink over the stuff that I divulge here. I probably could have told you the entire plot of the 2 seasons of TV show that I just finished work on, and nothing would happen to me. That's how confident I am in the secrecy of our little project here.
It's not really for other people. It's for us.
It is, big time. However, I did... This show is one of the 2 materials I sent to them as examples of previous work, since I couldn't send them my TV show. I wanted to show them that I can edit conversational things very well. And so...
I don't know, man. I didn't mean to talk to you. I feel like you're really investing up. No, I'm kidding.
That's been the problem this whole time, is you have no confidence in my editing capabilities. But no, like, if I hadn't linked my potential employers to this show exactly, then maybe I would, but no, absolutely not. But I am in discussions with them, and there are some scheduling things. If anybody wants to learn more details, tune in to me and Laura's private text message chain that you can't access.
That is extremely exciting.
Yeah, no, I'm excited. They've been really great to talk to so far. I've felt bad because of how much I've been, like, messaging the gentleman who handles their social media stuff, and I'm just like, hey, can I hear back now? Do they know that I'm still here? Don't forget about me, please. So, you know, all that fun stuff, but it's hopefully working out. We will see. And then I have to move.
Well, moving is ass, but it'll be fine.
Yeah, I keep telling myself, I just helped one of my other friends move, and let me tell you, all the exercise I've been doing apparently started to pay off, because for the first time ever, I realized that in a group of a lot of movers, I was doing, like, more work than most of the people.
Hey.
Which was not necessarily a good thing. My forearms hurt for several days after that. But like, I don't know.
A note of progress, all the same.
All the least.
I'm so tired. Oh, I asked
know.
Siri to call you, and I said, "Hey Siri, call," and then I was like, "Kaiser Mark," and I was like, "What? Who is
Kaiser
Mark?"
Mark. My name. Wow.
Yeah, it was really bad.
Wow. Laura, I hate that you did that, because now I have to update all our artwork and bios to say Mark across all our websites and platforms. Oh, goodness.
Yeah. Sorry about that.
That's so strange. It's okay. I had one of my bosses in an email typo my name as Colin, like,
oh my
in a
God,
work
do you know
email.
how often I do that and have to go back and fix it? And sometimes I flip through.
When we're dealing with it in the context of, like, an iMessage where Apple's autocorrect has gotten really aggressive lately. Excuse me. That was a hiccup. But, like, this is a professional work correspondence.
Yeah, I don't know.
Apple is nowhere to be found, and they're just like, hey, Colin,
Colin.
here's your quarterly evaluation or some shit.
Oh, no.
This is what we think of you, ass.
Colin.
Yeah.
I used to, when I was writing the schedule for a long time, I would have to write people emails about shift swaps and stuff.
Yeah.
And the number of times that I almost wrote shit swaps was really up there.
When I was at Apple, before we had the back in the olden days, before you had, like, buttons that could tell you, spoiler alert for how Apple works, before you had buttons on the iPad that you could track down, like, this person is wearing a green shirt and a scarf and a hat.
Yeah.
And has a Sony Discman. Whatever the buttons are now, I don't know what they've added. Before that, we just had to type stuff out. The amount of times I wrote white shit.
Sorry, that actually hit me really funny.
No, it was astonishing. Like, it got to the point where it wasn't even a joke. Everyone would try to write right shirt, but we're, like, trying to type with thumbs on a big, wide iPad.
Yeah.
And we're just going as fast as we can because there's 8 million people in the mall for some reason.
Yep. Dude, you remember, I won't last name the last, but do you remember Stephanie?
Yeah, you don't have to say the last name.
So I ended up shadowing her or first shadowing her something, like one of those things on point, like one of my first days when we were training. And I had never used an iPad before, and
Wow,
so
really?
I have very small hands. Yeah. I still, to this day, have never owned an iPad.
Wow.
I mean, I use them at work all the time, but I've never had one for a person. But
That's
anyway,
pretty nice.
like, I've got very small hands, and, like, I don't type, like, super well.
You know what they
so
say about a lady with small hands?
Small gloves, small fingers,
Yep.
small fingernails. Bad typers? I don't know.
Small hands, bad typers.
It's a good thing. But I was holding the iPad in portrait mode because it was easier for me to reach the whole keyboard. And she was like,
Sure.
I have never seen anyone hold it like that. Like, what are you doing? And I was like, I don't know, the thing that makes sense to me. Like, just because you hold it that way doesn't mean you're right.
No, yeah, for sure. But what's bananas is in the Apple Store, like, you are sort of corrupted into thinking that the default orientation for an iPad is landscape, wide in between your hands. That is what you're trained to think just by the nature of how they're stored, how they're used by everyone else.
They did beat me into it very quickly.
But if you look at the actual Apple logo on the back of the iPad, clearly portrait landscape is the default orientation.
Yeah, and
all the marketing
device,
materials show it vertical.
If anyone has a device with a home button, that shit's on the bottom. It's not on the wide side.
Yeah, it's on the bottom. Like, no, so while it is insane to me that you had never touched an iPad until working at Apple, that is a little strange to me. That is totally reasonable, and nobody should have mocked you for saying, like, don't hold it the way all the marketing materials have instructed you to, you crazy person. Yeah, but now you run that shit. Now you run a whole store.
I hold it in the landscape mode, like everyone else.
Like everyone else.
You know what? I'm gonna change. Today, I'm gonna go into the store and I'm gonna hold my fucking iPad vertically. I'm gonna see what people say.
You're gonna do it to, like, make a point, but then the keyboard's gonna be a whole different size, and you're gonna be like, oh god, what is this? Ugh.
All of the apps that I need to look at are definitely much better.
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah, I can't imagine using the Apple proprietary apps whose names I won't say here for fear of reprisal. Those are all definitely landscape only.
Yeah, 100%.
I'm
gonna try it anyway. I'll let you in our evening phone call. I'll let you know how it went.
Yeah, okay, that's fun. Oh, what else have I been up to this month? Oh man, I gotta admit,
really fast.
Yeah, September hit me a little weird. August hit me as a slow month. September I kept thinking it was October, so I don't even know if it went fast. I just don't even know if it happened.
I don't think it happened. I think we can agree that we just went from August to October.
Yeah, we're now in October too.
That's crazy.
So kind of crazy how that worked out. Still working with, the governments to figure that out. But I had some other stuff happen this month. It's a little on the gross side. So I don't know if we want to talk, like, if this is a start your day sort of conversation. If you have something else, feel free to, like, intercept this pass before I catch it and make a terrible football analogy.
I mean, I feel like I've let you go this far, but I can talk about how I got the new phone, and that was very exciting for me.
Oh yeah, well, hey, we're on the Apple products train here.
That's true. We may as well wrap that up because I'm almost at work anyway.
Tell me about that iPhone 13 Pro.
So I have never in my life pre-ordered a device, and I had a 10S. Yeah, listen, I'm not a tech person.
Your parents had beat the Luddite into you.
Oh, yeah. No, I mean, I had no TV, no phone, no anything. Like, it just didn't exist for me for a long time. So, like, that's not the thing that
I know that you're not as, like, into tech as I am, but, like, I'm the person who in the middle of a pandemic without vaccinations as an option, like, hung out with a crowd of people at a mall at 3 a.m. in hopes of maybe getting an Xbox Series X.
Literally never happened to me. Oh my god, we also got some PS5. Liz also got some PS5.
Hey Mark, we got a PS5.
Mark, we got a PS5.
Woo!
We got a PS5. That was very exciting.
Mm-hmm.
I don't remember if that was September, but it may as well.
I think it was because you recently sent me a picture of it, and it was. I'm glad you have the iPhone 13 Pro because you had to use the wide-angle lens to fit the entire PlayStation into the picture because it's so massive.
It is so huge. Charles was like, "This thing is huge." I was like, "Oh yeah, I already knew that's fine."
Yeah, did he not know how big it was?
No, I don't think he did.
He didn't even know what he wanted. He just wanted it. Yep. Typical entitled doctors, am I right?
Oh, so right. But I decided that my cracked 10S was not doing it for me anymore. And so I got to work on Friday, pre-ordered that phone, got it on launch day, showed up at my house. Oh, no, I didn't get it on launch day. This was the whole thing. I was out of the house when they delivered it, so they couldn't deliver it. So they had to deliver the next day, which is actually fine because I had to do the reset on Thursday night and then delivered on Friday. And so like I got home at, oh God, what was it, 5:30 in the morning and slept through until like 1. And then I was like really out of it. My parents were there. So it like really, it was fine to not get the phone that day. But I got it on Saturday, got it all activated, backed up, all my stuff is there. And what I'm very excited about now, I got a Tech 21 case that we don't sell in stores because I got the Sierra Blue, which is like just this, it's so beautiful. It's such a nice blue. And I got a blue case for it just because I cannot go caseless. Like I drop my phone thousands of times a day. I just I need more than Apple Care. It's like, just do Apple Care Plus. I'm like, no.
No,
I would need that more than 2 years.
you can't. Well, you can get it for as long as you want now, but yeah, small hands make for bad phone holders.
Yeah, no, it's not great. So I ordered this blue case that is fine, but you like can't see the color of the phone. So I ordered this Tech 21 case. It's mostly clear, but it has a really cool like shimmery, shiny mandala on it. I really like it. And it came yesterday.
It's beautiful. Yeah. How are you enjoying like the speed and performance and camera differences after 3 years of not upgrading?
It's so beautiful.
It's pretty nuts, right?
It's really nice. The pictures, dude, are insane. I went pumpkin picking with Ellie and Charles yesterday, and like I swear to God, I could like sell these pictures to somebody. They're so good. But I have to go because I have 2 minutes to punch in.
Yeah. All right. Well, let me know how the iPad experiment goes.
I will.
I will tell you all about the grosser parts of my month, and maybe. I don't know. We'll be back after these messages, I guess.
That's great. Yeah, we'll do some messages between.
Okay. All right. Bye. Have fun at work.
Thanks. Bye.
Are you okay?
Yes.
Okay. Sorry. As soon as you answered the phone, I heard, and then I heard like an engine rev. I was pretty concerned.
No, I said hello, but then I think it got weird, and then yes, it was an end walking into the parking deck.
Gotcha. Well, good news. This time I did remember to speak directly into the microphone.
I did wonder. Yeah, there was a lot of silence.
Already doing better. Yeah. Nope. All good. All good. So you got to tell me, how did Vertical iPad treat you?
Very badly. None of the apps go into Vertical. I did legitimately try it.
You did try your best. Yeah. Unfortunately, Apple is pretty monolithic, so you try to bump into Apple, you will just flatten against its surface.
Yeah. Yeah, that seems true.
Well, how was work?
It was busy. Busy Sunday post-launch, you know how it goes. I ended up supporting other areas of the business besides my own role for most of the day, which is honestly, fine. So that was good. Just want to make sure that my mask isn't, taking over anything. Hold on. Okay.
Taking over anything? What?
Yeah, my life, my recording, my life.
Okay, my life.
My life.
Oh, man. Yeah. Man,
how was your day? You didn't work. It's Sunday.
Oh, no, I did work. I do work Sundays. Sundays are my Mondays, and Thursdays are my Fridays. What a great sentence. That makes so much sense. But, it was good. Work.
And someone decided that driving 30 miles per hour on the highway was a good idea. So
gotcha. Okay. Well, how exciting is that? Okay. No, my day was fine. So Sundays I work. Today was a lot of, as soon as I had to wake up, and as soon as I woke up, I started getting ready to record with you. I have to set everything up, and I do the recording on my end. And then I had to edit Dice Populi, and then I had to work out, and then I had to cook my lunch and dinner, and then I played video games for 4 hours, which doesn't sound like a responsibility, but it kind of feels like one because, I don't know, I have problems. And now I'm talking to you again.
Was this a paid work day for you?
Yes. Yes, it was. Sundays are very quiet. I was, taking phone calls and processing tickets and stuff like that for work, just in between all these other things.
Wow.
It's fine. Yeah, pretty wild how that shakes out. But,
sounds fucking great.
Yeah, no, it's pretty nice, which is also why I'm staring down the barrel of picking up yet another side hustle, assuming I land the permanent gig. So yeah, today's been fine.
Nice.
Today does mark a 7-day streak, no pun intended, which will become clear in a moment, of overcoming a month-long problem that I promised I would talk about earlier.
Oh yeah, tell me about this. Are you pooping?
So no, that is really the crux of the matter for sure. because a little over a month ago, I made the cheesiest mashed potatoes you have ever seen. Like, I was making mashed potatoes and I was like, I got all this extra cheese. I'll just put it in there. They were so cheesy that if you tried to run a fork through the mashed potatoes, the potatoes were stringy.
Right.
Like, it was that cheesy. It was like 1 part potato, 1 part cheese.
That sounds amazing.
And I did not poop for a couple days after that.
Yep.
So no surprise there. And I was like, this was definitely a crisis of my own making.
Right.
A week passes of like this intermittent irregularity, and I start to get concerned. So for a month, I've been tinkering and toying with increasing fiber, with increasing intake in general, with decreasing intake, with increasing protein, and like mixed results on everything. Well, laxatives, I did try as well. Extremely effective.
Yeah.
However, not really the most sustainable solution.
Right.
I don't want to be like a walking inside out slip and slide.
Right.
I'm trying to have any sort of integrity. But at the start of this month, when I kept complaining about it, because I just fucking complain about everything to everyone. I don't care. And I'm talking about, they're like, you're drinking enough water? I'm like, I have a 32-ounce water bottle. I drink that thing twice a day and whatever else I drink on top of that. So I'm like, it's got to be fine. Over the last week, I've doubled that to drink this thing 3 or 4 times a day.
There you
and
go.
lo and behold, the problem is solved. Apparently, I just suddenly need a lot more water than I ever did before. And nobody told me. I guess it makes sense, though, because I will tell you this. I'm getting to the point where I'm starting to look not just like not fat. I'm starting to look muscular a little bit. So I'm like, still working out a lot. And with that comes a tremendous amount of sweat. And I've always thought that was anecdotal, like, oh yeah, I sweat a lot, it's fine. But apparently I have changed like the chemistry of my body. There was no warning, but I am finally back on some sort of reliable process. But like, I that might be a sign of a boring month, but Laura, I'm not fucking kidding. This has been like front of my mind all month.
I totally understand. Well, I'm glad that you are resolving it. That's good.
Yeah, no, it's definitely better. But you know something else about me, and I didn't realize it until this morning, but I have another problem that happens when I undergo dehydration for too long, and that's kidney stones.
Yeah.
So I woke up in the middle of the night, and that was a fun experience.
Oh, no. God,
So,
you got a double whammy?
I got a double whammy, man. Like, it just constipated on both sides. It's really bad.
Yikes. That sounds miserable.
It's fine. I'm cresting the hill on both of them. Like, I wish that wasn't the biggest thing that happened this month, but it kind of is like the biggest thing that happened this month. I just got done playing some more Halo Infinite, but like otherwise, it's been my first solid month without a side gig. And it's just like, man, life is a lot slower when you're not juggling 3 jobs.
Yeah. That makes sense. Oh, just have a kid. It'll be fine.
Yeah, no, I mean, like, it took me a while to get used to relaxing again this month, but by the end of September, I learned how to relax again, and very much was like, oh yeah, I'm not having kids anytime soon. I can't. Like, I need to be able to stop doing it for a bit, and that's not an option. That's a me problem. But yeah.
Would use some tips on that because Ellie took a nap yesterday and like I had the opportunity, so I had to do some stuff and I took care of that, and then I just like Charles was playing a video game and just hanging out, and I literally could not stop myself, so I basically didn't stop doing things from 7:15 in the morning until 8 o'clock at night, and then I was like so exhausted and cranky. And you know, there was a nap time in there. Like I could have just spent half an hour doing nothing, but I like was I couldn't do that. And it was not good.
I know that feeling. When I was in the midst of like revamping stuff for Dice Populi, a lot of work for Pantheon, and then, you know, day job being a lot more strenuous than it is now, I got on that sort of productivity high where it's just like, I should stop, I could stop, I won't. And like I would always be looking for something to do. So it is, while it's spooky sometimes to not have anything to do, I've learned to enjoy it. I
need to get back to that because I used to be really good at it. I remembered the thing that I was going to tell you about what happened to me in September.
Tell me.
It's a
was
great
it poop
story.
Related?
It was not poop related.
Good, because that would be too much for one show.
Yeah, true. Only one of us is allowed to have poop-related stories an episode.
All right, you get next month. Let's go.
Cool, perfect. All right, so Charles and I are taking a little mini vacation in October, middle of October. We are going to see the Steelers-Seahawks game in Pittsburgh, and we are not taking Ellie with us. We're leaving her with my father-in-law.
Nice.
Oh my goodness, this guy really has feelings about driving quickly.
Strong feelings.
Strong feelings about passing on the right. Anyway, so we're very excited about that. We've been talking about booking an Airbnb for a really long time, and like we keep on putting it off. And then finally, I was like, Charles, like it's like 2 weeks away. Like it was it was right before the end of September, so it's barely got it in this month. So we finally found an Airbnb that we were like, all right, let's just book this one, it'll be fine. And I booked it, and I got a message about like needing to verify my ID, and I was like, all right, fine. So I like did the thing, and then like it didn't upload, and I need to take a picture of it. And I was like, oh, whatever, I'll just deal with it later. And then I got an email like your reservation has been canceled because you didn't verify your ID. I was like, fuck, I didn't realize it was like that thing where you needed to have it verified before it even confirms the booking. So I was trying to do this at work the other day, and I was, uploading my picture, and I got another email that it was canceled or not verified. And I was like, what the hell's going on? So I logged in again, and I was all ready to be like, what do you mean? And it was like, your ID is either expired or invalid. And I was like, no, my ID expires in November of 2021. Like, I'm very sure about this. And then I looked at it, and it expired in November of 2020.
That's rough.
And I was like, well, real good thing I didn't get pulled over in the past entire year.
Yep. Oh, man.
Not good.
No, that's not great. Yeah. I'm not going to lie. I haven't had that with a license, but I have had that with registration and inspection at times where I'm just like, I'm just going to roll the dice that I'm not going to get in trouble today.
Yeah.
That's the best I can do. It's very scary when you look back at the past year and realize you've been doing that every day.
Yeah, I mean, I just had no idea. I really could have sworn that it was 2021. Because I remember, like, I specifically didn't renew my license last year because I wanted to do the real ID. And then like, I don't know, the Motor Vehicle Commission, which is the stupidest thing, it should just be called the DMV, was closed because of COVID. And, like, I don't know. I just genuinely don't know what happened after that. But, like, I guess I just forgot a year happened. So I renewed it online. It's totally fine. I have my like temporary picture, and they're going to send me a new one. And like, thank God, nothing happened. But yikes!
I like how we've shifted into very mundane crises.
Yeah, could have been way worse.
It's like shit. As we shift into fall, our problems get more cozy.
Was Hurricane Ida in September, or was that earlier? I don't remember. I think that was September.
Have no idea. I don't know that we talked about it on here.
That definitely happened. I think it was the beginning of September. Our basement got absolutely destroyed, flooded. Like, it's fine. We got much luckier than a lot of, like, I had coworkers who were literally getting, like, evacuated by boat who don't even live that far away from me. So all things considered, it was really fine. But our gutters were all messed up. And one of them was leaking, like, right into the area where the foundation is the weakest. And it was flooding in. Like, it looked like we had a faucet that we had turned on full blast coming through our foundation. And at the worst of it, we had 3 inches of a literal running river that I have a video of just going through my basement. And we have a sump pump, and we had like submersible pumps, and we were just doing the best that we could. But we just ultimately, like, we just had to let it flood because there was nothing that we could do to keep it up with it.
Yeah, we definitely chatted about that, and you sent me some pictures and videos. I don't know if those are worth posting online, but yeah, it was a very wet house.
Oh my God, so many things happened to me in September. Because then I got give me a second. It was the pneumonia vaccine. There we go. I had the pneumonia vaccine, and I had such a strong reaction to it that when I went to the doctor, he thought that they might have accidentally given me a COVID vaccine instead. And I have never, ever been this knocked out from anything in my entire life. Like, I have never even been that sick before. I could not do anything but stand up for like 30 seconds and then go back to sleep for 3 entire days. And the first day that started was the day after it flooded overnight. And Charles had to call out of work and, like, deal with the basement and take care of Ellie. And I was just fucking out.
I remember you texting me after that. Like, we hadn't talked for a few days. I'm like, hey, how have things been? And you're like, very bad.
Yeah.
It was just so rough.
Yeah, everything was horrible.
Oh, my God. Yep.
Yeah, it was really rough. But I'm fine now. The house is okay. We got gutters replaced, so now we have 6-inch gutters instead of 5-inch gutters, and they're all brand new and have screens on them. And, like, literally 2 hours after they finished installing the gutters, we had a flash flood. And, like, man, those beauties worked like a charm.
Maybe that's just like a deal that the Weather Channel has with these people so that they can really make you feel good about your purchase. Like, don't install it until right now.
Yeah, I got so nervous because I thought they weren't going to be able to do the installation because I saw it was supposed to rain pretty bad, and I was like, fuck, we really need these gutters. But It didn't leak at all into our basement. I mean, obviously that was not the same as the hurricane where everyone got ruined, but I would have expected some leaking. So that's good.
No gutter conspiracy this time. But I mean, otherwise, there was another My Brother, Me live show.
Oh yeah, we did that.
I think you learned how to relax that night, if I'm being honest. You poured yourself some whiskey and just sat in Charles's comfy chair and you just kicked back and you were like, this is what I needed, and I'm going to bed as soon as this is over. I don't care. And you just stayed up and watched it. You seemed so relaxed.
I was very relaxed. And that was a Friday night. That was a night of iPhone launch. So I had worked a 4 p.m. to midnight Wednesday night into Thursday and an 8 p.m. to 5 a.m. Thursday night into Friday. And then I basically slept most of Friday and then woke up and did a couple things. My parents came down to help so that I wasn't just alone and a zombie. And then I was not 100% sure if I was going to want to do that. And I was like, fuck it. What am I doing with my time? I'm off tomorrow. If I'm not going to do it now, when am I going to? And I had more drinks than I should have. It was really lovely.
Hey, more drinks that you should have? Who cares? You were watching a thing on TV and then falling asleep. That's what drinks is for.
Yeah.
I mean, they're for a lot of other things too, but there's very little risk in that particular
That's what drinks are for me.
For you. Yeah.
So it was really lovely. I am so sorry to have to cut this short, but I am home and I have to go hug my little small human child that has the biggest, most adorable head in the entire world.
I mean, definitely biggest, most adorable head in the entire world, can confirm. I'm gonna, I guess, go hug my cat so that I feel like I'm competing with you. And,
okay. I accept that. That sounds great.
I will be covered in cat hair, though. And I've got a lot of Star Trek's Lower Decks t-shirts that they're nice and clean right now. And do I want to sully them with cat hair? No. You go hug your child. I will sit in a bed, I guess. I don't know what I'm rambling about now because I have to edit this in 5 minutes.
Hey,
woo!
Love it.
I should make my life easier right now, but I'm not doing it.
You're, in fact, making it much, much harder.
Much harder.
All right. Well, I'm going to go. It was lovely to talk to you. Listen, I'm going to leave. Fucking Jesus. I just looked and I have baby socks sitting in my front console. I left my keys while I was opening my door. It's kind of a minor miracle that I made it to from work and also worked all day.
Yeah. I mean, I hope the baby socks didn't follow you into the building. That's just a bad luck.
No. The baby socks have just sat in my car for a while because I guess they were in my pocket. Who knows?
You got baby socks in your pocket all day at work. Well, next month, recording might be tricky on my end because I will be moving and also maybe starting a new job. So I'll let you know what happens.
All right. Well, maybe we try to do this in a couple weeks and we do a mid-month catch-up and that'll be it.
That might have to be how it goes. But you go enjoy the small child's extremely large head.
Thank you. Enjoy your cats who are very furry.
I will try my best.
All right.
Bye, Laura. Talk to you soon.
Bye, Colin.
How You Doing is a Common Geeking program production. Starring Laura Becker and Colin Ketchen, with editing and original music by Colin. You can see and hear more at the website podfriend.pizza, or follow HousePod on Instagram for a real-life look at their friendship. If you enjoy the show, spread the love. Tell a friend, share your favorite episodes, and remember to subscribe so you don't miss a thing. Colin and Laura will talk to you again on the first Monday of every month. Thanks for listening. Talk to you soon.
Common Geek.